There's several requirements. Some are in our Constitution, some are as a matter of practice and policy, and we've had a chance to speak at some other universities here in Belize, including Galen University, for example, and have been very impressed about this sort of level of knowledge and familiarity that Belizeans have with the American political system. I was very surprised. Among them, without going into all the political campaigns and being nominated by your party and all that, but you must be at least 35 years old. You must be a native-born American, and you have to have resided in the United States for at least 14 years. Those are essentially constitutional requirements. And by way of example, that would mean that a very famous ex-governor of the state of California, whose name is Schwarzenegger, who was not born in the United States, could never become United States president.
How do you think, at the end of the day, we can apply some of what happens in the U.S. to politics in Belize?
Well, there are a couple aspects of the U.S. U.S. approach to politics that I think might be helpful. But first, I want to be sure to distinguish between the American political system, inherited from the United Kingdom in some ways, our political traditions, and the Belizean political system, also inherited from the UK. Different political systems, right? We don't have a parliamentary system. We elect our president directly, so in some ways we're different. But if I can mention one aspect that I think Americans like, and it seems to me that Belizeans like also, I would point to the presidential debates. Very open, very transparent, and I think helpful and sometimes entertaining. I think that would be an aspect that might be of interest to Belize and Belizeans.
How do American politics affect Belize?
Belizeans would be better qualified than I would to answer that question, but I still will give you an answer. Many Belizeans live in the U.S., and the American politics obviously affect the American economy and vice versa. And so if you look at one small aspect, say the question of foreign remittances, that is to say the funds that are sent back from Belizeans who reside in the U.S. back to Belize, American politics and the American economy affect that directly.
So what is the most important thing that you hope that the attendees will take with them after your presentation?
I hope they learn more about the genuine requirements. I think Belizeans know about the day-to-day, they follow the campaign, they seem, in my experience, to lean more towards one candidate than another with the Belizeans that I've spoken with. But I hope they learn sort of about the nuts and bolts of how our political system works, particularly the requirements to become elected president, and think about what parts of that they'd like to use in their own political system.